So I made a goal in 2022 to read 4 books because I knew that was achievable. But I'm mid-February right now, and at this point I have read 3.5 books. I'm currently reading 1984, which is on top here, and it has absolutely and completely changed my life. And I'm gonna tell you why. In middle school especially, I read a lot. I was always reading a book. I would read books really fast, and I just really enjoyed it. And then when I got to high school, it would be a lot more occasional. Like, I remember reading books in high school, and usually I would read them very fast, but I wouldn't read like that many books in a row. But I think in high school, a lot of people experience like not really reading books anymore because you've got the required readings, so it kind of makes reading not fun. And then there's also all this other stimulation. For me, high school coincided a lot with the rise of social media, so there's a lot going on there. And nowadays, it's very hard to compete for your attention. I made this goal because I got some books for Christmas. I got A Wizard of Earthsea, which is the first book I read this year. I was like, well, why don't I make a fun little goal out of this to read 4 books? Because I know I enjoy reading when I do it, and I think it would be a good thing to get back into after literal years of not really doing it that much. I didn't talk about college. I'm a senior in college, and I've read a couple books here and there outside of classes, but only during break, never during the semester, really. But 1.5 I'm currently reading, I read during the semester. So big changes. I was really careful with my goal to make sure it was only 4 because it was something that I knew I could accomplish. I was absolutely positive that in 12 months I could read 4 books and it wouldn't even be like that difficult for me to do. And I think in that certainty, I sort of like, you know how when you're manifesting something, you have to be kind of like certain of the outcome? That's how it feels with these, absolutely. And don't get me wrong, I put in the time, but like, that's how it feels with these. And it's been really exciting. So I'm going to talk more about like how I form my specific goals, how I accomplish this. But first I want to talk about why this is like a very important means of like escapism and has like reduced my stress a lot. So when I am scrolling on social media, I feel like I am practicing escapism, but I am not escaping from my life. I am escaping from my immediate surroundings. Whereas when I'm reading a book, I feel like I am escaping from the stressors of my life, but not from my immediate surroundings. So it's actually a very grounding, stress-reducing experience. And that has been life-changing because I just like have something that I can do when I feel like I can't engage with my life that doesn't negatively impact me in the way that social media does. Because social media, I think we all know that it sucks. It sucks so bad. It's fake. For me, Instagram isn't about my life. Instagram is a creative space. It's not really like, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm not gonna talk about it. Social media bad, books good. And my cute mug, I like just noticed that the dog has a tiny little iced coffee. It's so cute. In my defense, I filmed this right after I woke up. My voice is cracking all over the place. I sound stuffed up as hell. I'm sorry. I've been on a whole lifestyle change kick. Kick? Not a kick. It's just a lifestyle change. Oh, I feel I hate aspirational content. If there's one thing about me, no. So that's why reading these books has been so important to me. But I want to talk about like how I accomplished that goal, because like it's still like a pretty rapid reading to be reading like that much in a 1.5 months, right? Especially after not reading for so long. And I think that one thing you need to do is you just need to push through the first book. My first book choice, which was A Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin. I said that so fast I couldn't. She goes into like very detailed passages and stuff, so it's not exactly like a page turner, but I finished it and it was like extremely escapist. So I managed to get through this book and I enjoyed it a lot, and I think I'll read the next ones at some point. I think your book choice is really, really important if you plan on doing this, because I am not reading nonfiction books. I haven't read a nonfiction book yet because that is not escapism from my real life, especially when it comes to like self-help books. It's just like, I'm sure those will be great to better myself if I choose to read them in the future, but in this current point of my life, what I really need is stress-reducing escapism. So fiction. Wow, the wonders of fiction. You are totally allowed to read fiction. Believe it or not, it can better you if that's what your goal is. I think there are a lot of important lessons taught in fiction books, and you can learn a lot from them. I also read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. If you have, this is a really good book. I did not know. I don't know if this is a spoiler, so I'm sorry. This is really gay, and I know a lot of you are queer. So if you're like, I'm not interested in that book because it's super straight, no, it is not. It is absolutely not. I highly recommend it. It was a very fast read too. It was super entertaining. I think fiction can be really, I know I've just been holding these the whole time. I don't know. Fiction can be really great because, one, escapism, as I've mentioned so many times. And I think that if you're making a goal to read, it's a whole lot easier to achieve that goal if you read something that's actually entertaining for you. I think the first book is always going to be sort of hard to slug through the first 100 pages or maybe the whole book. Another thing I did is like, once I finished a book, I promise I get to go buy another book right after, so I get sort of like this incentivizing reward, and I feel like books are a really good reason to spend money, and I will only buy one at a time. I've learned that lesson the hard way. Only buy one book at a time or you're not gonna read them. And yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to talk about this because it's been super life-changing for me and has helped me a lot. I think it's just something that I'm very proud of because it's been so long of me not reading, so to like accomplish this goal and for it to have helped me so much just feels very wonderful, and I think it could also feel very wonderful for other people. Libraries are also a great resource, of course. For me, the like buying and I get to keep the book incentivization is like very important to this whole thing because I want to grow my book collection as well. Something really exciting just happened in this book, so I'm gonna go so that I can read it more. If this video motivated you in some way, let me know. I don't know, comment. Anything you want to comment. It could be related to books. It could be super unrelated to books. I'm not gonna become a booktuber, but I think occasionally I will talk about books. A year ago, I said I wouldn't become a fashion YouTuber, but look where we are. I swear it's not gonna happen though this time because I would rather privately enjoy my books than be reading them for content. Subscribe if you want to see more from me. I make kind of personality-based content. My name is Iris if you are new here, and I just hope to entertain and give you a safe space to be yourself. I will see you in the next one.
Tonight, now I know I should go before you. Get me caught in your rope. In my hope I see you.